Happy Monday. I hope you're doing good. It's your girl Sika in the house. Happy Monday. I hope that as we start this new week, that you're in good health, you're happy, you're excited, and you're really looking forward to all that this week has in store for you. Your girl, as always, has something educative for us to discuss on this platform because we are people that are going somewhere. We don't want to become obsolete and forgotten about. We want to achieve the destiny for which we are here on this planet. So today, I want us to talk about the things that we need to focus on if we want to grow as a people, if we want to win and succeed and become somebody on this planet, the things that we need to do in order to get there in this life. So when we're born and we come on the surface of this planet to fulfill a destiny, to live out the dreams that God had ordained for us to achieve on this planet, He didn't just send us here for nothing. We're not just here to occupy empty space and then after some years pass, He just disappear and then it's all said and done. There's a plan and a purpose for every single life on the surface of the earth. And so you come onto the earth and you're born, you start growing up, and there are different facets to your life that you need to concentrate on. And the truth about the matter is that we have different areas of our lives that all need to be in sync and in total balance in order for us to succeed and be the people that we were ordained to be. And so once you become an adult, there's so many different things that are demanding of your time, your attention, your energy, your career, your marriage. If you're married, in a relationship, you have children, all of those things are demanding of your time. If you have family, friends, those are people that are also important in your life and demand of your time. Then there's the whole issue about money, your health, having the ability to have fun and recreation so that everything is brought back into balance. But for those of us who really want to make something of ourselves, to leave an impact, to have a destiny to fulfill, and have an impact that people can remember you by, oh, Sika, when she was here, this is what she did. It is important that we are able to achieve balance in all these different areas of our lives. And the only way to be able to do that is when we continue to open up our minds and ourselves to grow as a people. Personal development is important because it cuts across all these different facets of our lives. Your physical life, your spiritual self, your soul, your body, your mind, and all these different things and people that are all taking up part of your life and your time for as long as you are here. And so we hear it said oftentimes when the year begins that we all make ourselves happy with New Year resolutions. So I don't know about you, but sometime around the 31st of December, which is also my birthday, and the 1st of January, everybody brings up this huge, massive diary or journal, and you're writing all these fantastic, fabulous things that you want to happen in your life. Oh, I want to be able to pay off my debts by the end of 2024. I want to have $10,000 or pounds or whatever by the end of the first quarter. I want to be married. I want to start a new business. We all have different needs, wants, and desires that we have in this life in our minds. And we have a nice fancy pen and we write all these things on this New Year resolution. Some of us that are spiritual will go to church. If you're Christian, Muslim, whatever, you go to church or the mosque or wherever and go pray about this. God help me and all of that. Oftentimes, these things just remain dreams, things that we've just talked about. We're caught up in the whole Christmas, New Year fever. We're all excited and we write all these fanciful things out. But 9 times out of 10, all of these things just remain fanciful dreams that were written in a journal Oftentimes, we don't even go back to look at them again. We've written them down. And a lot of us actually believe that just by writing it down, by some magical means, they will all become fulfilled in our lives. We would achieve the things that we put down there without consciously and intentionally taking daily steps to ensure that those destinies, those goals, those things that we wrote down are actually going to happen. You've heard me talk a lot about, coming for personal development classes. This master class, for example, that's coming off on the 25th of November at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. These and many other things are important for us as people to keep ourselves in check, to ensure that those things that we write down, those goals and visions that we have in our mind, don't just stay as things that we talk about, but we can actually feel them. They're actually tangible things that we can see in this life. So we talk about goals. I want to lose 50 pounds by the end of the year. You talk about it and it's scaring you yourself. How am I going to lose 50 pounds? Look at how big I've become. How am I going to lose this weight? And it almost seems impossible. And just as quickly as you wrote it down in this journal or diary of yours, nothing ever happens or becomes of it. Why? Because you wrote it down and it seems so insurmountable, like it's something that you can't achieve. And the dream of it scares you. And so you wrote it down and you just push it to one side. Having somebody by your side that you can speak to about your goals, your visions, the plans that you have for yourself. And you and this person, your coach, can sit down, look at the things that you want to achieve and prioritize them in order of importance. And break them down into little bite size that you can actually chew and work on a regular, consistent basis so that you can achieve this overarching huge thing that seemed impossible. It's part of the reason why it's important that as a person, you are growing, you are stretching, and getting the most up-to-date information. Because nothing stays the same. The world is changing all of the time. And if you don't take care, you just become somebody who has arrived, but you're not really participating in what is happening. You may think, oh, but I can do this myself. I don't need to speak to anybody. But the truth about it is that there's so many different things that are affecting us in our daily lives. And for most of us, our lives are not in any kind of balance. Because if it's the marriage, then that's all that you're fixated on, forgetting that marriage is not the end all and be all. It's not the only reason why you're here. There's so many other areas of your life that are equally demanding of you. Your mind needs to be healthy. Your body needs to be healthy. Your soul needs to be healthy. But a lot of people are fixated on just one single aspect of your lives. And so the rest of the life is not in balance. It's important that you have somebody walk this walk with you on a personal level. The person knows what it is that you want to achieve in this life. And it is things like, attending webinars, going for classes, learning from coaches. Having somebody to walk this journey with you is the only way that you're able to actually achieve all of the things that you set out to achieve in this life. The second thing that I hear often, I don't even know what my purpose is. I don't know why I'm here. Like, I'm 50 years old and I still don't. It's like there's something that I should be doing, but I can't really pinpoint exactly what it is. Maybe it's you. You've sat and lived this life for the last 20, 30, 35 years, and you still don't really understand why you're here. Like, isn't there something that is peculiar to me that I have to achieve for myself, and why is it not happening? A lot of us don't even know what our purpose on this earth is. Let's face the facts. You're just following what somebody else tells you that they think that that's what you should be doing. But you're doing the set thing and you're not happy with what it is that you're doing. Some of us went to school and we just followed what our parents told us. For example, oh, you're good in maths. I think you can be a doctor or an engineer. So you go and you study that. Yes, you can excel at it. But is this something that you really, in the core of your being, you enjoy it and you're so excited to wake up every morning doing that? If that's true for you, then hey, hallelujah. But for a lot of people, we've just lived our lives listening to what people have told us to do, not what we really were brought here to achieve for our personal selves. Like, everybody has their own different destiny to fulfill. I've been to school for so many years, and all the teachers that have taught me over the years, there are certain ones that made indelible impressions in my life. Why? Because these people, you can just tell that they were called to be teachers. And so they weren't just teaching because they were looking for money. They were teaching because that was their calling. They were passionate about it. They wanted to pour into you. It's why they were teachers. And then there were other people who were just doing it because they actually wanted to be a doctor or a nurse or something else, and they didn't have the qualifications at the time to be able to be who they wanted to be. So they chose an easier route, something to bring them money every month. There was no passion. There was no dream. There was nothing. They were just doing it because it's a job and it pays the bills. How many of us are living that kind of life? We're doing things we don't enjoy. We feel like we're stuck in a rut. We've chosen this particular jacket, so we have to wear that jacket. In a lot of African countries, including Ghana, it's like that, right? If you choose a particular line, you have to stay in that line. You can't start doing physics, chemistry, and maths, and now you want to be an accountant. That's going to be really hard. You have to finish, see that engineering or physics or chemistry to its end. And then as an older person, actually go and follow your dreams. Like, there's some straitjacket educational systems that don't allow a lot of meandering into different things. If you live this kind of life, where you're just following what everybody says you should do and not what you yourself are able to experience, that is what it is that you need to be doing, honey. You'll just be walking around on eggshells, living somebody else's lie of a life that wasn't yours to wear. We are all very uniquely crafted and different. I can't draw to save my life. I can't. I'm not an artist in any way, shape, or form. That is not my dream. That is not my destiny. That's not my purpose. I'm not even going to try. I'm not good at it. That's not for me. It may be different for you. I can't sew to save my life. I'm not a seamstress, a dressmaker, a designer of any kind. So there's certain things that you yourself, you know that it's not your calling, but you're just doing it because, you know, that's what everybody says you need to do. You have to earn a living. How many people are there that are disappointed doctors that have become nurses just because, you know, that's what everybody says? Well, just go to nursing school. If you can't be this or that, yeah, then nursing, just go do nursing. But you can feel it inside of you that being a nurse and looking after people is not what you were called to do. But you're just doing it because people said that's what you need to do so that you can earn a living. There are so many people on this earth that are living lies of a life because we're doing things that we weren't actually called or destined to actually do. The other thing is that in this life, the thing that you focus your energy on, the thing that your focus goes on, that is exactly where your energy flows as well. Whether you like it or not, as long as you're here, there's going to be somebody that has offended you, somebody that has upset you, something that has happened to you in your life that you haven't been able to let go of or forget about. If you're at the ages that the people that are watching me, all of you, if you are at the age that you're at, and you've lived on this same planet Earth, chances are that something has happened to you, monumental, that you have never forgotten. And I'm not talking about nice things, not good things. Whether we like it or not, those things leave emotional debris in our lives. Scars that are so deep that if you don't have a mentor, Somebody that can stand by your side and tell you, hey, honey, this is really what is limiting you and preventing you from achieving and being the person that you need to be, and you need to let it go. You will just be dancing around and going around the roundabouts of life and never achieve the destiny, that calling that you were called to as a person. It's the truth, and you know it. It's so many different things. Maybe your marriage failed. It's something that you've held so deeply in your heart that I have to make my marriage succeed in all, no matter what it takes. But you're forgetting that it takes two to tango. Maybe you did your part in the marriage. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you made a mistake. Must you wear this mistake for the rest of your life because you failed at a marriage? Is it a life sentence? Maybe you're a girl and you're listening to me because your parents wanted a boy and they had you and you're a girl. They said all kinds of horrific things to you growing up. Lies from the pit of hell, and you stored all of that in your brain. What can a woman be good for apart from bed making, having babies, cooking? What is your use? You're just going to be an empty waste of space. Sometimes, you know, the people who raised us said very hurtful things to us that they didn't even imagine how hurtful, and the, you know, negative implications of what they did and how it affected us as people. You've grown up believing that you're a woman, so there can be nothing good that comes out of you. All you can be is be a bed maker, warm somebody's bed, be a wife, cook, clean, and that's it. Nothing else can come out of you. Like, you can't have a destiny of your own, a dream, something that you want to do by yourself that makes you feel important and fulfilled as a person. And all it is marriage. Maybe you're listening to me, and as a child, you were abused. Whether it was verbal abuse, physical abuse, you know, sexual abuse, you were abused somehow. And because of that, the hurt of it, the pain of it, means that you've put yourself to the sidelines. Because that's all you believe, that this is all I'm good for. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe if I hadn't worn that shorts that I wore that day, that person wouldn't have done what they did to me. And you haven't been able to let go of that. Because of that, you're even scared to be in any other relationship after that. You dated somebody for many years. You poured yourself into them. And they left you, dumped you like a piece of hot potato, and didn't take you the whole way as they had promised to. And you've seen all of these things. Maybe you were living in a home where your mom was abused all the time, or your dad was abused all the time. And so now you've come to have this negative perception about what intimate relationships and marriages should be. And because of that, you don't believe that you can rise above all of that and be your own person. Some of us have taken on our aunties' experience, our mothers and fathers and uncles and brothers' experiences, and are wearing it as if it's our own jacket to wear. Because of that, we can't make anything other than what we've seen in our lives. We don't think that our family deserves anything better. Because my auntie's big sister got married and she got divorced, it means that there's divorce in our family. So everybody who gets married is going to get divorced. If you don't cut out these limiting mindsets and beliefs, my love, you will never be able to live the fullness of your destiny, be able to be happy, succeed, be joyful, and at peace with yourself. Because you're carrying pits of lies from hell. Things that you need to push to one side to be the better version of yourself possible. You can only shake these things off. You can only begin to work on these things when you're even ready to acknowledge that these are some of the things that I've put in my brain, in your subconscious mind, without even being aware of it. And those are the things that are weighing you down and preventing you from living your own best life. The fact that your mom had a bad experience is not your experience. Your mom is your mom. You were you. The fact that your brother had a horrible time in marriage does not mean that's what's going to happen to you too. Your brother is your brother. You are you. But all of us are shaped by the things and the environments that we're brought up in. What we see other people do is what we are also doing. Monkey see, monkey do. So we're doing the same sorts of things that we saw around us. And it's not allowing us to be the full person that we were made to be. We are limited in our vision, in our mindsets, in the people that we can be. And the only way to shake that, darling, is to have somebody by your side that you can trust, that you can be vulnerable around, that you can speak to, and open up your mind to take on new information. Work with you on a personal basis to help you remove all this clutter and all the things that are limiting you from your brain in here. Because that's where it all starts, the mind. Once the mind is set right, everything else follows through too. Limiting beliefs, they cut your life short, eh? Because as you ponder over it and play it back in your mind day after day, minute after minute, second after second, hour after hour, day after day, honey, it stops you from being who you were purposed to be. Maybe you've been sick all your life. Today is your head. Tomorrow is your knee. The next day is this. Every day there's something. And that was my life until very recently. I got to the point where I was almost looking forward to being sick all the time because my whole life, that's all it's been. I've had 17 incisions on my body. I keep telling you. So it felt like this thing, I just have to wear this jacket and just accept that this is my life. This is my lot in life. Until I did some of the things I'm asking you to do. It is only when you get away from the people that you hang around the most, your family, your friends. How many of you go to your friends and say, you know, I think I was destined to be a motivational speaker. I'm just giving that as an example. So that's what I'm going to do. Or I'm going to get out from my corporate job and start my own business. And your friends will be, they love you. They're not doing it because they're being spiteful. You are going to be a motivational speaker. You're going to start your own business. Like, are you for real? My friend, just stay in your job and stop these fantasies and dreams of yours and focus. Just get on with the work and make your good money, save up for a pension and forget about all this hula baloo. How many people don't say that to us? They could be our parents, your brothers, your sisters, your best friends, people that you've known all your life. But they just want to see you in that comfort zone. They don't want you to take any risk in this life. They just want you to be comfortable. But nothing good comes out of comfort. I can promise you that. Anything good that is worth having is going to cost you something. You're going to sacrifice something to get something. That is just how life is. So if your nearest and dearest, because they love you so much, they don't want you to hustle. They don't want you to go through anything. They tell you, oh, forget about this dream. Just, you know, you're a doctor. Just carry on being the doctor. Go to the hospital and treat people. That's what you train to do. But maybe you know in your heart of hearts that you can step out on your own. The hospital is only paying you whatever they think you deserve. But maybe if you set up your own clinic, and you have your own private patients, things will be a whole lot different. Maybe you're a cleaner. You clean people's homes or you clean corporate facilities. That's what you do. You're hired by a company and they take the bigger money and give you what they think you deserve. You have experience. You know the work, the job like the back of your hand. You can do it with your eyes closed. Maybe if you just stepped out and registered a company of your own, got somebody to help you put together a good business plan, maybe, just maybe, you can step out on your own and also make the big bucks that somebody else makes takes their overheads, and then gives you the chicken change. It's the same cleaning job, but now you're earning more. It takes you believing in yourself. It takes you pushing yourself out of your, I can't be asked. I now have to go and pitch to somebody. Let me just stay in this place. At least, they pay me $25 an hour. They give me $30. I get all the hours that I want, so it's fair enough. Maybe that's not what God wants you to do. He wants you to step out on your own and be your own person. You're your own boss. What is wrong with you also hiring other people to do the work whilst you just sit around and supervise? Haven't you worked hard enough? Don't you deserve better? Is being paid $25 an hour the rest of your life? Isn't there something else that you can do with yourself to make yourself better? But we just believe that, this is how far I can come in your mind. You have this ceiling that you set in your mind for yourself, and you're telling yourself that this is how far I can come. I can't do anything else. So, let me just pitch my tent here and just be comfortable. And you believe these things, and it's day in, day out. You're not happy. You don't feel contented. You're not satisfied with your lot because you know that you can do more. But how do I do this more? How do I even step out there? And because you've been told you're nobody, your friends laughed at your dream, your family thought you had lost your mind, maybe you've had a bit to drink. That dream goes back quietly into a closet, never to come back out again. You're unhappy inside. You can't even talk to anybody about it. You are feeling it in the core of your being that you're not being all that you were called to do. And you're just sitting around, and life is happening all around you. Think people are achieving big things because they dreamt big, and they had people put a lot of air in their bubble and tell them you can do it. You're better than your mind is telling you that you are. There's nothing that you can't do. You're the best person in the whole world, and you believe that. Throw away all these limiting doubts and all the things that you've put in your mind. And be that person that you were destined to be. Look at Joyce Meyer. I'll just give her as an example. This woman was abused as a child. Her brother was an alcoholic. I don't even know whether he's still alive or not. She could have believed all those things. I don't deserve to be anybody. I can't be anyone. Nothing good can come out of me and all of that. But if she had done that, would we have books to read of her? Would we have ever heard her story? But she had somebody telling her the same things that I'm telling you today. That you are bigger than anything that has ever happened to your life. You're not defined by, the mishaps of life that have come your way. You can be better than that. But do you even believe it yourself? And it is only when we are able to identify what it is that is holding us back that we can take charge of that thing and start to deal with it so that we can be a better version of ourselves to get out there and succeed and achieve things that we never even dreamt that we could ever achieve in our lives. What are you waiting for? These and many more are the reasons why I'm telling you that there's so many things that are happening in your own life. And those things are preventing you from being all that you can be in this life. This life is amazing. This life is beautiful. But you can only be somebody if you take place, take space, and let people know that you've arrived and you're not taking no for an answer. It's not about pep talk. Somebody tell you something, you feel good for 5 minutes, and then when you go sit back in your closet, all these negative things come back into your mind, and then you push the goodness away and get back to that old self. That old self inside of you that is also a voice that is speaking to you, is preventing you from being who you can be. My love, there is so much in this life for you. You can be whoever you want to be in this life if you have the fortitude in here to believe that you can be who you want to be in this life. You've heard me talk about this webinar for the last couple of weeks at least now. Have you actually taken the action and said to yourself, you know what, I actually deserve better in this life. Let me go to this masterclass and see what else I would learn for my own self, about my own self. And start this journey for change, because I can't continue to live this mediocre life anymore. I deserve so much better in this life. Or are you just listening to Seeker and just think, oh, whatever, this webinar, you know. Do you really want to be somebody? Or do you just want to, you know, just be on the sidelines and just be there? You know, you're also there. God never brought you to just be there. There's a destiny waiting, calling at you and waiting for you to achieve that in real time in this life. When you go to the cemetery, the morgue, in there, a lot of dreams that people have gone to the other place with, that were meant to have been delivered here. But because they didn't believe it, because they pushed it to the sidelines, because they thought tomorrow is there, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next month. None of those things were ever able to get off the ground. We weren't even able to experience them. All the songs, all the talent, it's just gone 6 foot under. A total, complete waste. Because people never believed in themselves that they could do anything other than what people have told you. You know, this is comfortable for you. I think this is good enough for you. This is all that you can be, and you believe that. Honey, it's time for you to be somebody. It's time. And if you really want to know how, if you really want to know how to win in this life, what it is that you need to change about you, so that things will start happening at a fast pace around you, you would want to sign up for this webinar on Saturday. I promise you, it's going to be something else. It's the 25th of November, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're interested, if you want to seriously, if you really want to sit down and say, enough is enough, I want to start doing something that I have never even thought about doing before, and this is the time for me to do it, just type in the word webinar on this video, and I'll send you the link. Procrastination is one of the biggest dream killers of this time. Oh, I'll do it. When I get home, I'll do it. Tomorrow evening, I'll do it. Next week, I'll do it. And life is happening all around you, and things are passing you by. A word to the wise is enough. If you're interested, type in the word webinar. When I jump off this live video, I will send you the link. Sign yourself up, honey. What have you got to lose? And everything to gain from this session on Saturday. Now, for the last week or so, I've been talking about my own personal experience with redox signaling molecules and how it's helped me to achieve optimal health, be able to be better, and be able to tell you some of the things that I'm telling you, because I feel stronger in mind, body, and spirit to be able to do the things that I'm doing. When I said it, I don't really know whether all of us really understood what I talked about here. So before I hang up today, I just wanted to say a few things so that we can all get a better understanding. All human beings, at the very core of our being, everything in our bodies, our eyes, our nose, our mouth, our ears, our feet, our boobs, our butt, our belly, everything fundamentally is made up of cells. You've done a bit of science, you understand. We're all broken down into billions and trillions of cells. In these cells is something called the mitochondria. And the mitochondria, because it's plural, there are billions of them in your body. The mitochondrion produces the fuel that the cells need to be able to help you function as a person. The only time your cells stop functioning is when you're 6 foot under or in a morgue. As long as you're living and you're watching me right now, your cells are at work 24/7. They never sleep. They never slept from the day that you were formed in your mother's belly till today. So it gives the fuel that your body needs to keep you going. But another also very important thing that it does is that it produces these redox signaling molecules that help tissues repair itself. You know, when you have bumps and aches and bruises, quickly they go into action and repair all those things so that you can continue to enjoy optimum health. The sad reality is that when you're younger, your cells are young too, so they produce these redox molecules in the trillions. But as you go through life, you age, you're exposed to all the pollution that is on the planet, all the different things that are happening to your body. Unfortunately, your cells are not able to produce enough of these redox molecules that it should. And so you need to get more, top up on what your body is producing with more of the same, so that you can continue to have the optimum health that you desire. Like it or not, once you hit the mid-ages, your blood pressure may begin to soar. You might have issues with, balancing of your blood sugar. So a lot of people have either pre-diabetic symptoms or actually diabetic. I'm just giving those as examples. There's so many other illnesses out there. And in order to help you have optimum health and be able to keep all these things in check whilst fighting to have the destiny that you desire, for me, redox signaling molecules is what has helped me be able to have and achieve optimum health. I've been using it for the last month, a year, and 2 months, and I'm still using it. And I'm going to continue to use it because it's doing amazing things for me. Some of you listened and decided that you wanted to also try it out. Some of you are listening and haven't taken the action yet. Now, what I did is the only thing that I can tell you to do too, because it worked for me in the exact same formula as what I'm about to tell you. If you deviate from what I'm telling you, you may not get the same results that I got. I was fortunate enough for my paths to cross with a cellular health coach. Somebody who has been to school to learn about redox signaling molecules and was also trained by the company that she works with to help other people achieve optimal health. Her name is Patience O. Edwards on Facebook. She's a pastor. And me, my reputation is one of the most important things in this life for me. I won't say something that I don't know to be true for anything. I won't. And she wouldn't either. She's a person of God. So please, all I know is Patience O. Edwards. If you are interested in achieving optimal health, please go to her. She's on Facebook with the name I've just given you. I would also post a link to her website if you want to go that route and leave your contact details so you can get in touch with her. I will leave that for you also. But please, if you go through any other route other than her after listening to me, I can't guarantee the results that you're going to get because you chose your own path. I am telling you the path that I used, and it's for a reason. You heard me talk about redox signaling molecules. It's on the very fundamentals of yourself as a person. This is something you're going to apply to yourself and drink. Like, take it in, ingest it into yourself. If you love yourself enough, you want to make sure that what you're taking is the authentic product. It's the product that comes from the actual source by the people who have made it such that it's the same thing as what your body is not able to make enough of and why you're having all the discomforts that you're having. And so I'm pleading with you, Pastor Patience doesn't deal with no other third parties apart from that company. She works directly with them to make sure that the person she's helping gets the real, authentic product. Don't try to go Google anything and try to go to no third party, Etsy, eBay, Amazon, and all these places. You don't even know what it is that you're purchasing. The only thing I can guarantee is Pastor Patience and the company she works for and with. Please, I'm begging you. Your health matters to me. Your wellness matters to me. I want to see you on this very same platform telling me, giving me testimonies about what Redox has done for you. The only way I can guarantee that you're going to be safe is to go to the same person that helped me. Don't try to do it from any other place, please. Because I can't guarantee, Pastor Patience cannot guarantee that you're getting the authentic product if you choose to go get it from any other place. That's the first thing. And the last thing that is important, because I will come back again and talk about this thing in more serious detail as the days go by with her, is that everybody has their own instructions about how to take Redox. I may be taking 2 ounces, but maybe 1 ounce is what you need to take. Somebody else needs to take 3 ounces. Even if we're all trying to deal with the same condition, our bodies are not the same. There can be 3 people all having diabetes or high blood pressure. It's high. 160 over 110. 150 over whatever. Your blood pressure is high. Your sugar ratings are high. But the fact that it's high doesn't mean that we all take it the same way. The way it affects A, B, and C would be different. Our numbers are different. They will not be the exact same amount. So for somebody, 10 mils is what they need to take. For another person, 20 mils. Another person, 30 mils. We all have different amounts that we're meant to take. Please. All I know is that source. And all I know is how each and every person needs to take these redox signaling molecules in order to have the optimum health that you desire. If you're interested, I will put the link to contacting her on the site. Right now, under this video, once I jump off of it, contact her. She has the know-how of what you need to do in order to have optimum health. Please. This is all I have to say about that subject for today. If you want to join the webinar on Saturday, type in the word webinar and I'll come back to you as soon as I jump off this live video. I love you so much. You deserve to win. You deserve to succeed. You've had too many bad breaks. You deserve to have a good break for a change. But that decision lies squarely in your hands. Only you can do something about you. Are you ready to embark on this journey? If you are, just type in the word webinar and I'll send you the link to sign up. The days are running out. Saturday is just around the corner. Saturday is Saturday, just 4 days away. Don't leave it till the last minute. And then maybe there just might not be any space for you to join the class. I love you so much. Have a fantastic, fantastic day and week ahead. And I'll see you again shortly. Bye.